Repo Man is a seminal movie for people.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times when you make a movie, like even Alex himself, you don't realize how it's going to touch people. And people actually feel an ownership of Repo Man. If you go on the internet, and I've been going on a little bit to try to say, hey, don't count it out yet. But a lot of people are like, there's no way you should and I try to explain to them that it's not a remake in the purest sense or a sequel. It's a departure point.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the stories are similar as far as repoing, because Alex was first interested in Repo Man, the whole concept of Repo Man in Repo Man, because in England they don't have Repo Man. And in Europe they don't have Repo Man. That was when he first came into Los Angeles, we were talking long ago, and he asked what a Repo Man was, because one of his roommates' friend was a Repo Man. And they told him, and I had asked him, well, what do they do in Europe? And he said, well, when they can't pay the bill, they bring the car back. And there's something about, I think Alex recognized about the old America West, that kind of free spirit, and you're not going to take this from me and everything.
Yeah,
and I think that's what he was exploring with Repo Man, is our cars are our horses, are our homes, or whatever, and you're not taking them. I don't care if I owe money on them or not.
Right.
And so that was part of his thing. I think he also was dissecting capitalism. There's a great scene with Harry Dean Stanton and Amelia where he talks about credit being a sacred trust, and that's what this free society is founded on. And do you think they give a damn about their bills in Russia? And then Amelia says they don't pay bills in Russia. And then he gets mad and says, what are you, a fucking commie? And Amelia says no, and he says, well, good, I don't let no commies ride in my car. No Christians either. And I think Alex has a point of view also in Repo Chick, which is humanity can sometimes be put aside for money or ideals or government or whatever. And it's really sad that what's happening in America now, where people are just being forced out of their homes.
Yep.
Right? For really through no fault of their own. Maybe they got a bad loan, maybe they were advised bad, maybe they didn't really deserve to.
I'll tell you the truth.
That's the Teamsters. That's okay. Teamsters. Maybe they were sold a bill of goods and they weren't sophisticated to understand what was going on, and the whole anger that's in the country now about we bail them out, but they're not bailing anyone else out, and they're giving themselves bonuses. And so I think that's the departure point of Repo Chick with Repo Man, is the whole thing about money. You know, and we don't have debtors' prisons anymore, but I could see if the last president we had, Bush, had stayed in it, I could see debtors' prisons coming along.
Sure.
You know, for like you owe the money and you're going to go to jail and you're going to work till you pay it off. And I think that's the lack of humanity that I think that Repo Chick explores in Repo Man also.